Clark Laidlaw joining us as we talk some Super Rugby. And then we'll go to Graham Agas and do some Masters after that. 1:15. Clark, it's not the end of the competition. It's still the round robin. It's not the finals. But this feels like a really important game. More important than the others or not?
No, I don't think it's any more important. Obviously, you get the same points for any win or loss or bonus points, but it'll certainly be a really big test. We know the Chiefs are a good team. Heaps of good coaches. Made the final last year, and we'll need to be at our best, I would think, to really compete with them.
What can you remember about last year's game that might at all be relevant for Saturday night, tomorrow night?
Yeah, not too much because I wasn't here, so that's been quite nice not having the anchor into the last 5 games. They've beat us the last 5 times, haven't they? So we certainly had a look at the games as coaches from last year, and we were in both games, but ultimately their sort of discipline, their ability to hold the ball, get into the right areas of the field in both those games was probably the difference. So as I say, the good thing for me was I wasn't here, so I've maybe been able to look at it with with fresh eyes.
What is it about that team, the Chiefs? Look, they don't look as though they're firing in the same kind of form as last year, but they are so dangerous. What do you see as their biggest threats?
Yeah, they've got an outstanding defence, so that's, maybe if their attack hasn't been, as flying as it was last year initially, I'm sure they've learnt, plenty around finals football and getting to the end of the season with your best rugby then versus having the best rugby, in the middle of the season. So the defence is really well connected. There's no obvious weakness around that. Their forward play, has been exceptional at times and very tough. And they can score points quickly. When any team's got Damien McKenzie that, plays as well as he does, a back three as potent as they've got, it's that all-round game. So they don't have to fire for 80 minutes in games to still win. They can win in a 20-minute spell, and I'm sure they're looking for that 80-minute performance, but they're good enough sometimes to beat teams just in 20 minutes.
Clark Laidlaw, Hurricanes coach, with us. Chiefs tomorrow night, 7:05 in Wellington, and I hope it's a beautiful, fine day, or at least this wind and rain that we've had throughout the week eases back. It'll be great to see a great crowd there as well. All right, mate, just in terms of your team, but behind closed doors, what would you say to your team about the best things that they've brought so far this season?
Yeah, having a bye week, it gave us a chance to reflect and sort of think of some of those things. We feel like our set pieces is off to a good start. Scrum has had a really good start to the competition. We feel like our line-out and our line-out defence is growing over the last sort of 2 or 3 games. We've grown our kicking game to a place that, we think we can find that balance. If we need to kick, we can, but still having the ambition and the optimism to play when it's on. So there are 2 or 3 of the reflections. We feel our defensive game's growing and improving. But as I just said, that's the part of the game I think that'll come under real pressure this week. Can we defend and stay connected to all their threats?
Can I go back to that Reds game when that one that went into extra time as a turning point? I mean, that was a brilliant win. The more you think about that win.
Yeah, and it probably shows, you need a little bit of luck.
Good call.
People don't like to say that, but it's true. Good players working hard and a little bit of luck goes a long way, doesn't it? So the Reds dropping the ball over the line with, I don't know, it was 12 minutes to go or something like that, in that bottom corner, we sort of fought our way out of the corner from the scrum and got it to extra time. So that's the fine lines. We're well aware of that we've won a couple of games that have been really tight, and on other days, you don't quite get those across the line. But as long as you keep working hard and staying realistic to what's going good and what needs to improve, then you sort of ride those out, don't you? Some days you get them, some days
That's
you don't.
That's right, yeah. The thing is, as a coach at the end of the year, mate, it only comes down to wins and losses for you. There's no clause that says, what about luck?
Yeah, but that's the world we live in. It's the world we choose to live in. I've been involved in rugby. Once you've been involved in sevens for 6 years, you realise that there is a little bit of luck to getting the job done. So, yeah, as I say, people don't necessarily want to hear it, but yeah, the harder you work, the more honest you are every day, then the wee bit, the luckier you seem to become, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's the key, isn't it, that you can be in a good position to take opportunities, because a little bit of luck was the Reds dropping the ball. What wasn't luck was the composure and the tactical awareness that the players showed to close the game out and then get it to extra time and win. So that's not luck. But yeah, sometimes you just need a wee bit to give you the opportunity, then you need to be good enough to take it.
Perfectly said. Just when you mentioned the sevens there, and look, you got to forgive me, because on this side of the microphone, we always try and find angles and look for things, and the fitness of your side, and that's been absolutely evident since the opening round. Everyone's always attaching this to, well, Clark, coach sevens for so long, and he's brought that. Have you? Have you noticed that this team is as fit as any you've seen, or the players saying that they're actually fitter than they've ever been?
Oh, look, I'm not sure around how do you measure fitness. I think I'm a big believer that fitness or your ability to keep executing your game plan at a speed you want to is a multifaceted thing around the mind and body. So real clarity, real understanding of how you want to play the game allows you to move quickly and make good decisions. Real pressure and training and making the players make decisions allows you under pressure in the game to keep playing the game you want to play. So yeah, we're running fit and we're strong, and we have some exceptional athletes. We've got an amazing head of performance in his team. The pre-season was really designed over the last 2 or 3 years of pre-season here, that we just evolved it. We didn't, I didn't come in here and put a bomb under it. We just slightly tweaked it. And yeah, the men are really connected as a group off the field, which is allowing them to train really hard, train really well. So I feel like it's a bigger picture than, running fit or being strong in the gym. It's the full picture that can allow you to play, that sometimes looks like you're moving slightly quicker or you're slightly fitter than opposition. Sorry,
mate, the puppy in the background. I'm just getting him out of the room. He was just barking there. Tell us about Cam Roigard. How's he feeling, mate? How's his spirits?
Yeah, his spirits are good. I mean, he's disappointed, as is, I'm sure the whole of New Zealand, the All Black coaches and us. To lose one of our best players is never the plan and never what you want. He's been in a couple of times this week, so the surgery, went as good as it could. But, it's a serious injury. It's a big injury. Giving him a little bit of space and some freedom over these sort of 2 or 3 weeks when there's not much he can do is important. But, all in all, his spirits are good. He just needs to, as I say, take these 2 or 3 weeks to sort of decompress and change his mindset to a different challenge. And then we need to get him involved in rugby and use his brain and his knowledge to try and help us win the games. From a different seat, I guess. He might become a bit more like a coach than the player.